Hi everyone, Eva Thompson here. Welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk to you guys about how to deal with setbacks and bumps in the road when you are trying to overcome retroactive jealousy. Now, I think that learning how to deal with setbacks is just as important as learning how to overcome retroactive jealousy, learning how to not react to the thoughts, finding out the root cause, etc. And I know what it feels like when you do experience a setback. I've also been there. I remember I was doing really well for a couple of months, and then I had a really bad argument with my partner and I got really triggered, and I felt really deflated. I felt quite depressed. I felt quite disheartened. And I know that when you feel this way, it's very easy to tell yourself and believe that there's no hope, you're never going to get over this. I believed it when I had a setback, and somehow the 2 months of doing great, I forgot about it, and all I could focus on was this fact, the fact that I experienced this again, the fact that it came back. And it can fill people up with fear, and it can also fill up people with just feeling really disheartened, like I said. So before I do get into this video and I do address how to deal with this and why it's so important, I would really appreciate if you hit the like button and if you also subscribe to my channel. So getting into the video, let's first talk about what naturally and normally happens. So if you're on your recovery journey and you're doing quite well, say you've been doing well for a week or two, even for a month or two, and you're feeling quite hopeful, then what happens is you experience a setback. You give into a compulsion, you react to a thought, you have an argument with your partner, you ask a question, whatever. Like I said before, naturally you will feel disheartened, you will feel deflated, you'll feel hopeless, and people want to give up. And this is the crucial point, because how you react to a setback will determine whether or not you're going to overcome this, and also how fast you're going to overcome this. What I want to point out is that setbacks are normal. Setbacks are so normal. I specialize in helping people overcome this, and I see people experiencing setbacks a lot, and that's okay. We need to normalize that. We need to normalize experiencing setbacks and bumps on the road, because it's how you react to them that is going to determine your recovery. So even though it's natural to feel disheartened and feel quite deflated, it's important to get back on the horse and keep going. It's important to not wallow. Now, I'm not saying suppress any feelings, and act like the setback didn't happen. Acknowledge that, yes, okay, you experienced the setback, you got triggered, okay? This doesn't mean that you're not getting better. This doesn't mean that you can't do this. It simply means that you experienced a setback. Setbacks are normal. Feel any emotions of, unhappiness or sadness that come up, but then don't wallow in it. Get up, keep going. Your goal here is to make life without the problem familiar. If you had a good week, if you had a good 2 weeks, that's amazing. Give yourself credit for that. I don't know why it happens, but people tend to forget all their progress, forget all the good days, and they just focus on, oh no, I had a bad day. And this makes it worse, because you put pressure on yourself, you shame yourself, you tell yourself there's no point, you tell yourself nothing's working, and you tell yourself you're never going to get over this. And you go back to having RJ regularly, or experiencing intrusive thoughts and emotions about your partner's past regularly again, because you've told yourself there's no point. That is not what you want to do. Again, setbacks are normal. They are very common, and it is okay to experience a setback. So if you take anything away from this video, I want it to be that, okay? Remember, setbacks are normal. The last thing you want to do is wallow. What you want to do is get back on the horse and keep going. And make life without the problem familiar. I know it doesn't feel like it now, but you will get to a point, if you keep going, where you want to experience thoughts for a couple of weeks, then you'll get a thought, and you'll think to yourself, this is weird. This is not familiar to me anymore. I'm not that person anymore. And you will keep going. and the thoughts will fade away slowly as time goes by. But it's important when a setback does occur that you don't wallow in it and tell yourself there's no point, tell yourself you can't do this, tell yourself there's no hope, because there is, and you can do this. And for you to experience a setback, you would have to be doing quite well. And that's amazing. Even if it was a couple of days where you were fine, what you want to do again is prolong that. Make the days where you don't react longer. Make life without the problem familiar. The mind likes what is familiar. And it draws us towards what is familiar so it can keep us safe. So you want to get back on the horse, keep going. Don't shame yourself. Don't blame yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. Something I see with RJ sufferers a lot is that they are very judgmental towards themselves. They like to be in control. They're perfectionists. And they project that onto their partner. They project that onto their relationship. If you're critical with yourself, if you're judgmental with yourself, if you're not compassionate with yourself, and if you're not patient with yourself, guess what? You are going to project that onto other people. And you may be critical with yourself at work. It might be that you're critical with yourself in another area of your life. But you will project that onto your partner and onto your relationship. So it doesn't help when you say to yourself, you shouldn't be feeling this way, this is wrong, and you blame yourself, and don't do that. I've made a whole video on not using the word should or shouldn't. I'll link it down in the description box below. But for this video, I don't want to make it too long, but I just want to emphasize that if you get a setback, if you experience a setback, A, it's normal. B, it's okay to feel your feelings, experience, acknowledge that this happened, but get back on the horse and keep going. Your goal here is to make life without the problem familiar, because the mind likes what is familiar. Be compassionate with yourself. Be patient with yourself. The way you talk to yourself matters. I know you might think that it doesn't, but it does. The way you talk to yourself matters. How you treat yourself matters, because you project that onto other people without realizing. If you're critical of yourself, if you're judgmental, if you're not patient, if you're not compassionate, where is that going to show up? In your relationship. You're going to feel these feelings for other people, and you're not going to understand why you feel this way. Like I said, if you did like this video, if you found it valuable, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you're new. And also, I'd love to hear your guys' experiences. If you experienced a setback, how did you react? What happened? Where are you now? I'd really love to hear you guys' stories. So I really appreciate your time. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you guys soon.